Marjorie likes to scream and beat her chest about the people that are dying from fentanyl. It's a huge problem in our country. Marjorie's a member of Congress. Congress writes legislation. The legislation that comes out of Congress can do one of two things. It can either make Americans' lives better or it can make it worse. Marjorie and her Republican colleagues have no interest in making your life better. Republicans have no interest in solving problems. They only want to make you scared of the problem and tell you who they think is to blame for it. The problems that we face in this country are serious, and we need serious people to solve them. If people can afford to live and thrive, they don't turn to drugs. The hellscape that Republicans and their rich benefactors have created in this country have caused people to lose hope. People can't afford to live, so many turn to drugs as an escape from a depressing reality. Minimum wage hasn't gone up in 15 years, but the cost of living goes up by the minute. And I'm sick and tired of hearing working class people say that if you want to make higher wages, you should get an education and get a better job. The price of education has gotten out of reach for many, and minimum wage should be a livable wage. I'm sick of hearing that if we raise minimum wage, then a cheeseburger is going to be $15. The big corporations have already raised the prices without a minimum wage increase, so your argument is invalid. I'm sick of hearing that minimum wage jobs are just for teenagers. That's not true. Teenagers can't handle every single minimum wage job. While the teenagers are at school during the day, who's going to make your lunch at that fast food restaurant? Who is supposed to clean your fancy office buildings? Rich people just don't get it, especially if they've always been rich. They think that service workers and manual laborers should work for pennies and then pay gas money to drive an hour away from the rich neighborhoods just to be able to afford somewhere to live. They don't want us poors living near them. They just want us to serve them and then go far away. This shit is unsustainable. We need a livable wage and we need affordable housing. We need access to education and access to health care. Part of the nostalgia associated with MAGA is that the middle class was thriving. Want to know why the middle class was thriving? Because they were making more money. Why were they making more money? Before the 1930s, most Americans were poor or close to it. After the Great Depression, there was a grassroots rebellion by labor workers, farmers, and others against the careless wealthy elites who caused the stock market crash of 1929. This gave us FDR and the New Deal, union rights, Social Security, and other progressive policies that helped pull ordinary Americans out of poverty. Then came World War II. The whole country came together and new jobs and opportunities were created for millions of Americans. After the war, a rise in unionism, the passage of the GI Bill, a housing program, and other progressive actions led to a doubling of the median family income in only 30 years, creating a middle class that included nearly 60% of Americans by the late 1970s. Then Reagan happened. Reagan Republicans and Democrats decided that equality didn't pay them as well, and they started backing the interests of their corporate donors. And that is where we find ourselves today. Progressive policies created the middle class, and now the Republicans have literally demonized the word socialism. 6 words: eat the rich, and we outnumber them. I'm going to do another video more in depth on socialism and another on unions. I'm running against Marjorie Taylor Greene and would love your support. If you can make a donation, my link is on my page. If not, following me and interacting with my videos helps so much. Thank you.